guys, I'm gonna do day 7 math, which is at the top of page 15. Day 7 math, we are going to look at adding to find the sum. We know the sum is an answer to an addition problem, and write the answers in simplest form. Basically, what that means is we cannot leave it with an improper fraction. And an improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator on top is a bigger number than the denominator, which is the number on bottom. So for example, if it's 7 over 3, our 7 is more than the 3. And that means it's improper. Now, I've always told my class, you can't go to a wedding in scuba gear. You have to take your scuba tank off. That is not proper attire for a wedding. If I see somebody walk into a wedding flip-flopping on their scuba, I don't remember what they're called, but they're scuba feet. I'm gonna say shoes are probably required here. And I think it'd be pretty funny, but it's not proper. So we are going to make sure that when we add these fractions that they are in proper form, which means the numerator is a smaller number than the denominator, which means that we are going to make a mixed number. That means you have one whole number and a fraction. So there's a whole number and a fraction. Might be a multi-digit number, that's fine. But there's a number and a fraction. A number and a fraction. It's probably backwards, I don't know. But they give me an example. 3 over 4 plus 2 over 4 equals 5 over 4. Now, what did they do to get 1 and 1/4? They took an improper fraction and they made this the divisor and that's the dividend. Remember, we divide the divisor. The dividend is the number that's getting divided into. So, first, you need to divide the numerator by the denominator. The quotient, that's the answer to a division problem, the quotient becomes the whole number, okay? So any remainder becomes the new numerator. The denominator remains unchanged. And if you were in my class, we did it all color-coded. This is a great skill to keep up. And remember, I said earlier, you are going to start with fractions at the beginning of the school year in 5th grade. So let's make sure that we keep these skills sharp. So let's take a look. So what did they do? They took that 7, they divided it into the 10. 7 goes into 10 one time. That's our new whole number. Hello, new number. 1 times 7 equals, sorry, I had a low battery, equals 7. We're going to subtract 10 minus 7. That's going to be 3. 3 is our remainder, which is going to be my new numerator. Gentlemen, I'm on video. Please stop. Motherhood. All right. So now we have our denominator, which is this number stays right there. That denominator never changes. So now we have a mixed number. We have 1 whole and 3, which is our remainder, is our new numerator, and 7. Now, some of you are going to say, Mrs. Yersetti, what if I don't have any remainder? What if there's no numbers in it? It's perfect. Then you don't have a mixed number. You just have a whole number. So let's get started on example 6. Can you go sit in your room for me, please? I'll be right with you. Okay. Okay, please go in your room and I'll be right there with you. 6 over 10 plus 8 over 10. So we have the same denominator, so we're going to add right across. 6 plus 8. What is 6 plus 8? 14. So we're going to do that 14. Does our denominator ever change? No, it stays the same. So it's going to be 14 over 10. Did any of you hear this guy in his scuba gear is also wearing a Hawaiian shirt to the wedding? Yeah, I heard he's got that Hawaiian shirt over it. This guy right here. He's not ready to go to the wedding. He is dressed improperly. This is an improper fraction. So Remember, when they say simplest form, that means it has to be proper. So let's take a look. What do I need to do? Well, and I'll put this up on Google Classroom so you can see it too. You are going to take your 10 and you're going to divide it into 14. Didn't leave enough space, but it would be cool. 10 goes into 14 one time, so we're in there. 1 times 10 equals 10. 4 minus 0 equals 4. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Oh my gosh, look at, this is my new numerator, and this is my whole number. So, as a fraction mixed number in its proper form, it's going to be 1. My remainder turns into my new numerator, 1 and 4. That 10 does not change, guys. That stays the same denominator. So 1 and 4/10. I want you to practice this. Watch this video multiple times. Use the paper that I'm going to set up on Google Classroom. We've done this in our notes. You can color code it, which we've done a lot of color coding this year when we were working on it. Practice the skill. Remember, just add straight up across the numerators. Keep those denominators the same. And then make sure that this dude is proper to go to the wedding. Unless he's going to a scuba wedding, then he might be proper. But if he's going to the new St. Clair Inn, I don't think he's proper. All right, I'll see you soon for ELA.